is create multi-camera source sequence. Okay? Pag click nyo yan, so you would see here, you would see that meron tayong dito na options for synchronizing a specific point on the multi-camera sequence. Right now, we have input.
Panel, you can customize this. The key kung sino palakhan. If you want to make this composition na mas malaki rin, you can press it and lalaki siya. Okay. Pwede rin na kapag dito kayo sa timeline, gusto nyo palakihin siya, pwede nyo palakihin siya. A way for you to maximize your space. Okay?
Ayan, okay. So, hindi na ako naka-mute. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. Maraming salamat dun sa ating mga viewers right now. Medyo nahuli ako ng konti because I've been doing some prep work for this session and, this is like session, mali. Season 2 of what we're doing here in, Creative Nation Academy, which is a series. Ang tawag namin is CNA Everyday. So, by the name itself, we just started or finished like the season 1, which is like 16 episodes. And right now we're going to do season 2 before this holiday ends. And as we all know, after this before this holiday season, it will be like crazy and maraming magaganap and a lot of things will going to happen. So right now I'm just going to give you some like overview of what going to do in episode 17, which is we're going to do Adobe Express video, or what they call now technically as Spark Video. Okay, but before that, I would like to invite you all to subscribe to our channel. You can check all of our videos here. As you would see, I'm just going to maximize my screen, change my layout for all of us to enjoy. Okay, so right now this one is already live. Like nung 2 days ago, we had a great session with Miss MJ Soriano for social media for education. She discussed about how to use social media for educators, teachers, facilitators, trainers. Kindly check that out. Bagong-bago lang siya 2 days ago, and you will learn a lot on that session. And the following sessions has to offer you e-certificates. So lahat po, everyone is welcome to join the webinars, and you would see in the end of the session, there will be an exit form for you to fill out to get your e-certificates. Okay? So we have this session on get started using Adobe Animate for educators with our guest speaker, Sir Ronel Pabico. You can definitely check it out. And also a design pastor with Adobe Express with Jemry Bocalbos. Habang nandyan po sa aming YouTube channel. After a month, we're going to remove that content to move it to our private like repository or our private collection. So take advantage of that. So as for episode 17, we're going to talk about again Adobe Express, how to start using Adobe Express Video, and let's dive into it. So I have logged in to my account here in Adobe Express, and you will see that how can I add videos inside of Adobe Express? You just have to click the plus button here on the top left. So if I click on that, you would see that on the lowest or in the last selection would be the video. Okay. So if I click on that, this will enable you to get more to get started with you with using Adobe Express Video or Spark Video. So it will ask you for like an onboarding procedure for you to get started. So like this one, it says every great story starts somewhere. So we're going to type a title for this session. So creating videos. Let's try to do a video about creating videos inside of Adobe Express. So it's kind of meta. So let's try this. Creating videos inside Adobe Express. Okay, let's try this. Okay, you can be very descriptive about all of this, like selections that we're going to do. You can also like customize on your own as you follow along. Let's click on next, and then it will give you like a storyboard or a template on which you can just do um like how do you want your story to be told? For example, do you want to promote this as an idea, tell uh tell a recent event, or you want to tell like a hero's journey? Is it like a show and tell? I can just browse to the following like selections or options that you want. So I'm going to teach a lesson. So in this session, because we're creating videos inside of Adobe Express, so let's click this one or pick this one, or you can definitely like go and make it your own using start from scratch. So in our case, let's just use the templates because we want to like create instant videos inside of Adobe Express. Let's click on this one, and you will see that the great thing about Adobe Express throughout the years that they give like this like types of um tips or quotes from famous people to motivate you as the application or the service loads. Okay, design brings content into focus. Design makes functional visible. That's great. Okay, so as we wait for a few while, okay. So what you would see here is not the default one. I had a previous Adobe Express like video that have been created on this, so that's why like it's on square format. So before that, I'm just going to resize this so you would appreciate this on default. Okay, so this one is the default behavior of Adobe Express Video or Express Video, as you would see here. Express Video. So as you would see here, there are what you call the slides or the okay. I'm just going to disable my dock right now. So as you would see here, there is like some of the options that we have. For example, each slide is it has the template that we have created or used. As you would see here, from the first one to the summary. By default, like each express video that you create has what we call a credit slide, and you would see that on the end of your presentation or the Spark Express video or the Express video. You would see that they have like credits if you had inserted like pictures, logos, or icons inside of your designs. So as you would click here, we have this like the logo of the brand that you're using together with the credits as we go along. Let's go here at the first slide. So like my dock is always like popping out on me. Like I'm just going to turn it off and make it smaller. Okay. So as you would see here, this will enable you to add more slides if you wanted to. For example, if I click on this will enable me to add more here. Or if I drag and drop it, you can just like reorder them at any given point. So for example, if I'm here, let's click on the plus button. This will insert one slide in after this selected slide. So that's how you manage the pages or the slides inside of this, and you can like definitely rearrange it to your heart's content. You would see that we have like a similar interface for every Adobe Express service or module inside of this. Let's click on the top navigation. We have like preview, like share, or you can download the project as you have finished it, or you can also like invite people if you want to make more collaborators, and also the options on the options that you would like to use, as we were going to be doing that on the part 2 of this session. So on part 1, we're just going to cover some of the things that we need to do just to for us to utilize Adobe Express Video. So right now, what are the things that you can like g- put inside of Adobe Express Video? So we have like 4 options here. You can insert like videos inside of this video. So for example, if I go to my videos folder or my movies folder, I can just like insert like this one. This one is a dimension workshop that we did like before the pandemic started. So let's just drag it here. Let's add more like 5 seconds to this. And you can definitely like reposition this to your heart's content. For example, if I want to like make a highlight of one of our trainers, which is Gem, and our students, you can just like reposition this to any point in time of the video, and then uh, drag this out point. And then if you're satisfied with this, you can just click on save. So this will give you like a clipping or a trimmed version of that video. And if ever you want to adjust this further, after you have done this, you can easily like edit the video later as we are waiting for it to be processed. So let's take a little bit of time. How are you all doing? Hope you're all great. So as you would see here, we have already inserted the video inside of this slide. So you can definitely like modify this. If I click on the 3 dots, this will enable you to close and open the editing options for the video. You can just like zoom in if you want, or you can just reposition it if you want. For example, if you want to just frame this to this type of composition, you can definitely do that. Or if you want, you can just make this like a smaller video size. You can definitely do that. Or in my example, I'm just going to maximize this and make sure that this is working well. Okay, so that's great. The next option is that if I, let's say, go back here, you can definitely like mute or make the sound of the video that you have inserted as loud or soft, or you can definitely like mute it. For example, if I want to like silence it, let's click on mute. And after that, let's go back here to the 3 dots so we can just edit it again. And what's the next thing is that you can continue the clip, and let's click on okay, got it. For example, I want this to much more be like longer. For example, let's click on that. Let's click on save. And what we're trying to do is re-edit the video that we have inserted inside of this slide. So you can definitely like make corrections as you go along. Okay. And what I did is also like create another copy of that. So after that, we have created like a continuation of that clip. So if I don't want this, you can just click on the 3 dots, or you can just delete it, duplicate it, or play it from here, which is a way for you to preview this on the canvas while not being redirected to the first slide. So if you want to preview this at the current slide, you can definitely do so. In my case, I'm just going to delete this because we're just exploring some of the options that we can do inside of Adobe Express. So let's click on this. And we have successfully like included a video here. So as you can see, if I click on the video, you can just switch from video to photo if you wanted to, or you can definitely like delete this if you want. But you can check it here. You can add more content behind that video or in front of that video if I click on the plus button here and add some text or an icon. So let's do that. In my example, let's click on the text one and add like um dimension class 2018. Okay. So you can definitely like make this bigger or smaller, or you can even delete it. Or in my case, I'm just going to make this like bigger so we can just like superimpose the text here. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the canvas area here, the blank ones here. And the next one is we have inserted video, we have inserted like text. The next one is what is the process if I'm going to add like photo or an icon in here. Let's click on photo and let's add some photos by clicking on the photo and browse on the following options. In my example, I can upload a photo on my own. Let's go on upload photo and let's go to my pictures and let's find a photo from the CNA workshops that we have. Let's say let's stay in topic, which is which. Oh, well, okay, here dimension CC training. I have lots and lots of this trainings that we got. Let's try to preview this so we could see what options we have here. Icons. Let's go back to another selection. Just like this one, day 2, session 1. Okay, for example, let's add this like photo from the class. I had a wonderful time when this class had happened, and as you would see their faces, they are very happy learning Adobe Dimension. Way back, this was like 2018. We are the first one here in the Philippines to have like advocated or created a 3D workshop for Adobe Dimension here in the Philippines. So let's click on that, and again, you can definitely easily click on the pencil icon if you want to like zoom in more or pan it. Okay, so you can just adjust this to your heart's content. And if I click again on the plus button, this will enable you to add like icons or even text again. For in my case, let's just go into click on the icon here and add some icons. So for example, let's try to add like 3D icon. I hope we have like something here. For example, let's say this one. So let's click on that. This will enable me to like be more um like symbolic on what I'm trying to put on this like slides. Okay, so that's how you can easily like create or insert videos, photos, or you can definitely like add more photos here. If I click on add photo, you can definitely you can use the following options. For example, you can take a photo of yourself right now. You can use your stock photos that you have bought from Adobe Stock. You can use your Lightroom catalogs or the Lightroom photos that you have. Creative Cloud access to your photos. If you have like Dropbox options, Google Drive, and Google Photos, all of these options are enabled for you to use inside of Adobe Express for uploading your photo. In my case, I'm just going to use some of these photos inside of Adobe Stock. So in my example, let's click on this. And if you're going to notice, there is a like an icon. This will enable you to indicate that you have access to the premium assets inside of Adobe Express. So it will definitely take a bit time because this is going to be rendered in high quality. So as you would see before, it was like in low resolution. Right now it's already in high resolution. How did I know? Let's click on plus on the edit icon, or you can just like zoom in so you could like modify this to your heart's content. Okay, so that's how easy it is to put like elements inside of your design. So if I want, I can just click on here and just like duplicate this again. Let's click on this and add like storytelling for this. Let's click on that. Using 3D assets. Okay. On the next slide, let's click on this. Let's add another step. Using Adobe Express Video. Okay. So that's how easy it is. Let's go back here. And if you want to preview this, let's click on the play button here. What's the difference between the play button here and the play button here? So this play button is a way for you to preview the current slide that you are in, or at the present time. If you click on the play button here, this will enable you to play your a preview of your Adobe Express Video in from the beginning of your slides to the end. So let's click on that. Let's take notice of this. Let's click on that. So these are the slides that we have created. As you would see, it plays from the beginning. Unlike this one, if I click on the play button here, this will only play on the actual slide that we're in. Okay? So that's how easy it is if you want to like create lots and lots of designs inside of Adobe Express Video. I'm just going to jump into another one, and I just hope that in the future we can like make more selections on this, because right now you can only like select one slide and then move it, but you cannot like do two selections at once. So that's one of the things that I hope would be improved in the future for this service. Okay. So the next one is, let's change the layout of this video. So as you may notice on the right side of our interface, we have like the layout tab, for which you can add, like, if you want to make this as full screen, which is the default one. If you want to have like the split screen layout, you can definitely do that. And as you would see, this is based from the brand that I have implemented or used throughout the series. And you can definitely like click on the caption setting here. So if I click on that, this will enable me to like make something like this type of approach. Let's click on photo, so you can definitely see what's the output. Let's click on 3D again, so we could like search, or let's click on video. Let's try to be on topic here. Let's click on video. A bit hot here. Okay, let's click on that, and then let's click on this photo. So the only difference is that when I click on this, let's type in capture using your camera, and I hope that the caption can be okay. So you can definitely like move the text here, for example, using the caption option here. You can just like relocate your text to any like zones that you want. For example, if you want to do it like this, you can definitely do so. I'll make it here. So we have like drop zones inside of the canvas, on which you can definitely like reposition your text. So let's try it again. Let's go, as you would see, you try it. Let's click on the split screen and let's try some options. I think the split screen doesn't allow us to reposition the text. So let's add text here. Um, Move me to another portion of the screen. Let's try this. So the only difference is that using this, okay, you can also definitely do so using this type of layout. So for example, if you want to do this, you can definitely do that. Let's click on the plus button to click on the photo and add this like stock photo here. Okay. So again, it also gives you an option for you to like um, reposition this, as this one is being like uploaded right now into its highest resolution. Good afternoon, Lucero, MN. How are you doing? Thank you for being here in this session. So as you would see here, let's go back here. You can like make this at the center or aligned left or top right. You can definitely do so. Okay. So we have explored how to use like full screen, split screen, and caption. Let's try on the next slide to use the text and title. Think of it as a way for you to um, make more text options visible in your video. Let's click on photo. Let's search again for video. Let's click on videos. Let's say, for example, this one. And let's add some text here as the video is being like downloaded on this temporary condition or state. Okay. So let's click the plus icon here. So let's try some captions. Video collection. Add another text. CNA Everyday Season 2. Let's try if we can like make this. Okay. So using the text and title layout, you can definitely like reposition anything that you want by just dragging it. For example, as you would see here, as I did, I'm just going to drag and drop it here. For example, this one, if I want, I can just like definitely again click the photo and make this bigger, reposition it to my heart's content. Let's make this bigger again. So it's just like something like this. And you can, yeah, you can just, okay. The only difference is that um, the grid for the text and title is a bit like smaller. If you can just imagine, this is the lower end, the mids, and the top. Okay, the mids. Unlike on the first option, the first layout on the full screen, you have like this text can be here at this portion. So the only difference in this is that using the text and title and text format or the layout on the end of this selection, it's quite limited to what like boundaries it can place. So that's one thing that you have to consider. Let's try this. Okay, so I think this one is a better option for us because if you go back here, you see the text is the text can be like positioned on the like the almost almost end of the lower portion of the screen, unlike on this one, which is it doesn't happen. It doesn't allow us to do that. Okay, so that's layout in a nutshell on how you can like create initial designs on your videos. Before we wrap up this session, as we end part one, let's try to make this a little bit personal. So, how can we do that? When we're using Adobe Express Video, you can definitely like click on the canvas itself or the page itself. And this will enable you to like set a specific time on each one. For example, if I click on that, this will be dependent on the video that you have inserted. In my case, I'm just going to move to another like this photo because using a photo, this will enable you to like make this selection up to 30 seconds of the exposure time on your video. So let's click on that. And if I press the record button here or the microphone button, this will enable me to narrate something and make it like personal for my viewers, that my intended viewers to enjoy. For example, let's click on this. Using 3D assets. Okay. I made a bad recording. So what can I do? You can definitely like rewrite your recordings by pressing it another time or again. Let's click on this. Using 3D assets inside of Adobe Dimension is a way for you to create something like this illustration as in the photo. Try it yourself, and I'm just going to keep it short. Okay, so let's take a listen for this and let's click on the play button on the current canvas. So let's click on that. Using 3D assets inside of Adobe Dimension is a way for you to create something like this illustration as in the photo. Try it yourself, and I'm just going to keep it short. Okay, so that's one way that you can like make your videos much more personalized because you're using your voice, you're doing narrations without like having an expensive like equipment. You're just going to use your microphone without installing any software inside of your computer and just using the web browser. Okay, so if I want, I could just easily like share this and publish this because we're going to cover more of this on the next episode, which is tomorrow for the part two of Adobe Express Video. So I hope you would be joining me tomorrow for this. Let's create link for this and let's just wait for a while. Again, as this is being created, I would highly ask for your help to join and watch our videos. Subscribe to the channel, comment, a like on the videos, so you could definitely help us create more content in the future. So let's go back to Express and let's try to. Okay, this would take a little bit of a while for now because I think my connection is a bit slow. So again, thank you for listening for part one of Adobe Express Video, and I'll see you tomorrow for part two. Have a blessed day, stay safe, and see you tomorrow.